Following the capture of Tunisia in May 1943, the Allies planned and launched the invasion of Sicily, codenamed Operation Husky, on July 10th. The invasion was a means of diverting Axis forces from the Eastern Front until the Western Allies were prepared to attempt a landing on France. In case of success, it would also knock out an Axis power and ease the Allied efforts considerably. The invasion plan was divided into two portions, with the British and Canadian forces landing their troops on the eastern coast of the island and the U.S. on the southern coast. At the center of the U.S. invasion area was the small fishing town Gela, where the opening battle was fought. The American land forces were named Western Task Force and included 3 infantry divisions, 3 ranger battalions, and the 2nd Armored Division, a total of 66,000 men. The Gulf of Gela was defended by the Italian 18th Coastal Brigade, an immobile formation tasked with static defense to give time for the regular formations to reach the coast. Farther inland was the Livorno Mountain Infantry Division, the Italian Mobile Group E with 38 Fiat tanks, and the Hermann Göring Division with 9,000 combat troops and 78 medium tanks. Before the amphibious assault began, an airborne operation was carried out by the 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment. The objective was to capture the Piano Lupo Heights and close off roads leading to the beaches. The paratroopers were dropped on the night of July 9th. Because of strong winds and inexperienced pilots who couldn't spot the drop zones, the majority of the paratroopers were scattered all over southeastern Sicily. Only some men from the 1st Battalion managed to concentrate at Piano Lupo. Shortly after midnight, the transport started unloading, and by 0335 hours, all initial assault waves had landed on the beaches. At Licata, the 3rd Division quickly captured the port and repelled a counterattack. By 11:30 hours, the town was firmly in American hands, and the 3rd Division had lost fewer than 100 men. Gela itself was attacked by the 1st Ranger Battalion, while the 2 regiments of the 1st Division landed east of the town, hoping to capture the Ponte Olivo airfield within 24 hours. The Rangers captured Gela by 0800 hours, and the Coastal Battalion defending there lost 194 men, which was 45% of its strength. The 16th Regiment intended to join the paratroopers assumed to be in control of Piano Lupo and repel any counterattacks coming from Nisemi before making a coordinated attack against Ponte Olivo. That same morning, the Livorno Division launched a 3-pronged counterattack. An infantry column approached Gela from Butera, while a 2nd infantry column preceded by 13 Fiat tanks approached along the road from Ponte Olivo. The 3rd infantry column preceded by about 25 Fiat tanks approached the beachhead from Nisemi. The Italians fought well and almost captured the town, endangering the entire beachhead. Only after coming in range of naval gunfire were they forced to retreat. Gunfire from the light cruiser USS Shubrick destroyed 3 tanks of the 2nd column on the way to Gela, and the Rangers destroyed another 3 after the tanks entered the town. The column from Nisemi pushed through the paratroopers at Piano Lupo, but their advance was again stopped by naval gunfire. The infantry remained in prepared defensive positions while the tanks moved forward until they encountered 2 forward battalions from the 16th Regiment and retreated, having lost 4 tanks. By 15:30 hours, the Hermann Göring Division reached the battlefield and planned a 2-prong attack at Piano Lupo, with a Panzer Regiment attacking from the west and a Panzer Grenadier Regiment attacking from the east. The attack failed not only because of fierce resistance, but also because of the false distribution of the forces in the combat groups. Meanwhile, a battalion of 17 Tiger tanks of the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division reached the battlefield too. The Tigers overran the 1st Battalion of the 45th Division before being stopped by the 3rd Battalion. Axis forces withdrew to regroup for the remaining daylight. As the Germans were retreating, the reserve force of the 2nd Armored Division and 18th Infantry Regiment landed at the beach, being vacated by the 26th Infantry Regiment. The Luftwaffe had flown 370 sorties that day and lost only 16 aircraft. The beaches were raided around the clock, and many transports were destroyed, disrupting the landing of more equipment and vehicles. On July 11th, both German and Italians carried out one more coordinated counterattack with air support. The Livorno Division attacked again the Rangers at Gela, As it happened in the previous day, the attack was stopped only after the infantry was in range of naval gunfire. Light cruiser Savannah fired 500 shells against the infantry advancing toward Gela, killing more than half. At the same time, the westernmost column of Livorno was attacked by the 3rd Division, thus giving an end to the Italian attack. The Rangers captured 400 men who survived the shelling. The attack by the Hermann Göring Division had slightly more success. The Panzer Regiment was split into 2 battalions, one advancing from Nesemi against the 16th Regiment, and another from Ponte Olivo Airfield against the 26th Regiment, while the Panzer Grenadier Regiment attacked the 45th Division. Finally, the Tiger tanks advanced on the Acate River Valley to the east. The lack of anti-tank weapons was an obvious problem for the Americans. The 2nd Panzer Battalion swept past the 3rd Battalion of the 26th Infantry Regiment, and the other 2 battalions retreated towards the beach. The men of the 16th Regiment, together with some paratroopers, lost Hill 41 at Piano Lupo and retreated to the south. Out of 65 American tanks, only 5 were not stuck in the beach sand and went into action immediately. By that time, German tanks were within 2 kilometers from the beach and began firing on transports and supplies concentrated there. The Navy stopped firing to avoid friendly fire, and the battle continued until 1400 hours, when increasing casualties on the German side forced them to retreat. The 45th Division advanced inland and captured the airfield at Comiso. There, they found large quantities of fuel and 122 aircraft. Another 3 Ju-88 bombers were captured when their crews landed without knowing that the airfield was in American hands. On July 12th, 90% of the invasion force was unloaded before dawn. Ponte Olivo Airfield was finally captured by the 1st Division, and the ships continued to provide gunfire support against nearby enemies. Allied air support was also increased that day, and an Axis bombing raid that morning was attacked and broken up by fighters. General Patton established his headquarters ashore at 1700 hours. Once the airfield at Ponte Olivo was declared secure, the 27th Fighter Bomber Group landed A-36 ground support aircraft to provide air support for continuing operations on Sicily. Thank you for watching. If you want to keep up with our updates, please hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to check us on Patreon. If you're a huge fan of the channel, support the war effort by joining our patrons and help us produce more videos.